Hey y'all, this is my peace and quiet and where I can give y'all my motivational word. And I'm in my car and I'm in front of my gym, but I'm going to do this first before I go in. It may be something every time I say I do these, I don't know what you don't know, or what you feel. And I'm expressing what I feel and what I've learned and what I feel is important and relevant to me at the time. So this one is more so about, I guess it's about success. I guess that's the end result, is success. And how do we succeed as Christians? And I was trying to figure out why my success goes up and down. Like, sometimes it's thriving and sometimes it's not. I'm never on that roll long. And I'm not perfect. And I know what I'm supposed to do, and I try to do that. And sometimes you get caught up in doing everything else, you forget what you're supposed to do first, and that's just always put God first. Now, I still acknowledge God, but I don't think I always put him first. And I know that one way I don't, and I know it's my fault for my household, is I don't always tithe the way that I'm supposed to. I will start tithing, and it always starts out, the year starts and I'm tithing good and I'm on a roll, and then something comes up and I can't afford to tithe. But I should never not be able to afford to tithe because God gave it to me. So how am I not able to afford to give him what I'm supposed to? So I noticed that around the same time something comes up and I forget, or I can't budget in the tithe. And it's like, once it happens that one time, it slips my mind. Or I'm like, I can't quite do it right now because we got this coming up and I need to make sure we got money for this. But if I would just stop worrying about the other things that might come up or will come up and just give God his, those things will be canceled out and taken care of. Whether he gives me more money or whether he just canceled it. Either way. But with that, not giving him what he deserves first, I'm not putting him first. So it causes me to lack my success in other ways because I'm lacking giving him what he's supposed to have. And because I'm trying to put my business and my wants and my other needs that he's supposed to be providing for me, I'm putting all that ahead of him. I'm being checked. He's like, well, see, when you was doing this, this is what happens. When you ain't doing this, this is what happens. So I get checked, and I got checked Sunday at church, and I was like, that's exactly it. That is exactly it. And because I keep reverting back to other ways in some areas, because I can do really good in some areas, and in others I'm having struggles. Like I told you all, because it was a while ago, I was like, I'm going to cut out drinking. I didn't cut it out because I was like, well, it's just wine. Because I don't drink hard liquor anymore. Say we're out and that's all they got, and we're having a social event, sure, I may go ahead and just drink, a mixed drink or whatever. But it's not my preference. My thing is, I like wine. I like to socially drink wine. I like to relax and drink wine. I like to cope and drink wine. And that's when I realized that I have to remove that. I have to remove that. And I already felt that way. And when I was doing well, I was doing really well. And then something happened. And I was like, well, it's just an event. Or this is just this. I'll have it, just have a drink. And then it just kind of opened the door back up for me to be like, well, it's just this, it's just that. And I started making excuses. So I've decided, again on Sunday, because I've did it before. But this time, I'm standing firm in it, because when I wasn't, I had so much more clearer thoughts. I was able to focus on stuff more. But it's because I wasn't putting God first. Again, it's in that instance I wasn't. Because I told God, I'm like, okay, I'm working on this, God. Please help me with this. And I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Because this is what I'm trying to do, this. Please help me. And what I ended up doing was saying, well, never mind. So then he was like, okay, well, cool, then never mind to you. And it's amazing, because I'm sitting here and, like I said, it's Sunday because it was yesterday. I started to realize that I'm in my own way of my own success, because I can't keep my word. God is going to keep his, but I need to keep mine. And my kids need to see that I can keep my word, because that's a strong character trait. That's a good thing. So, yeah, my life is out of balance. It's out of balance. So I'm trying to shift, because when you gotta wait, and you trying to keep it here, but you lean in heavily to this one side, you gotta give up something over here to put this back together, or you'd have to add something here. But the thing is, that's adding this is cool, but you still got this crap here, and I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm trying to get rid of my lies. Like, it's little white lies. I realize, even if it's just to the kids, I'm like, yeah, we'll do that, and I don't, because I may forget, but to me that's a lie. I didn't keep my word. Or somebody like just today, because it would cut into I'm trying to keep my money so I can tithe it to God. Somebody asked for some money, and I was like, I don't have cash. But I had cash on me. I should have just said no thank you. Like, it's just stuff like that, because I felt like I would sound mean if I just said no. No, just be honest. I was scared. I just didn't want to sound mean because it was a little girl, and I was like, I don't have cash. And I won't stop lying. I want to stop drinking. I want to stop coveting. Like, I see things and I want. I won't stop being gluttonous. Like, I'm trying to get rid of these things, or at least minimize them, because I don't want to do them as frequently. Because these things get in the way. These things get in the way of the success that God has promised me and that I see for myself. And I'm trying to figure out why it's not coming now. It's because of me. So sometimes we got to look in that mirror and we have to check ourselves. We have to check ourselves and help and help ourselves. Because if you ask God for it, He's going to give it to you. But we have to do what He's asking of us so He can. So just always remember, we are our own. We are the reason that we aren't blessed sometimes, and we are the reason that we are blessed sometimes. I forgot the verse. But just know that, like, my success, like I was saying, is up and down. It's a valley, and it's the top of the mountain. It's the valley and the top of the mountain. And every time I go into this valley, I'm being trained. I'm learning. And when I get back up here, I'm doing good. And then there's something else for me to learn. And then I'm back. So don't get upset when you're doing this with your life. As long as you ain't doing this, you good. Doing this is better than this. So just stay strong. Continue to pray. And always, always try your best. And that's the only thing that God is asking for. Just do your best and do it with all your heart. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So like the pastor say on Sunday, when you in that valley, you praise and you prophesy yourself out that valley. You speak it into existence. You get it together, because it's coming. Don't say if, say when. And that's exactly when your success comes, not if, because it's when it's come. It's when it comes. So I love you guys. Thank you for staying tuned. I thank you all for your support on everything. And just because I don't reply to everybody, because it's so many, because I'm just getting overwhelmed with comments now, I'm sorry. I'm reading you. I may not get to respond, but I am able to read you sometimes. So I'm still working on the new ones coming up, because I know somebody asked me something else and I can't remember what the question was, but I set it to the side, so I know I have at least one or two more topics that I'm going to hit. So I love you guys. See you later.